Well, my first day of coaching actually was a day before my first day of teaching. There was a open position here when Coach Pozo retired from the team, and I walked right into it.
I guess getting into coaching, I guess who were your biggest influences on your coaching style?
Well, I'd actually go back to Coach Pozo back in the day. I played here for him for 3 years, and I think just being around the game with his influence would definitely weigh on that.
Yes, thinking, because you coached with what now, almost a couple of decades?
It would be 20 years.
Yeah, I guess thinking, can you believe like that much time it's been that long? Or?
No, it's gone by extremely quick. There's no doubt. I look at it as 20 years. It seems like a long time, but thinking back, it's gone by so quick.
I guess what are your best memories of coaching with the football team here?
Well, ultimately, it would be the provincial runs that we had in 2000, 2001, 2002. And winning the provincials in 2001 was pretty special, but probably one of the biggest was our first Rangeland victory. Would have been one of the largest.
This thing also too, you're one of the rare high school coaches, say in the country, who's had one of his grads go to the NFL and get a Super Bowl ring. And I guess what's it been like following Dan Federkyle's career the last 4 years in Indy?
The last 4 years has been great, to say the least. I know all our coaches are excited about what Dan's done, and having the opportunity to say we're connected to an NFL player has been pretty special. So definitely a highlight for all of us.
And sticking to the NFL theme, I guess what was it like to get the NFL Youth Coach of the Year award for Canada a couple years back?
That was quite a surprise, and Reed Alexander put together a great nomination letter, and I really owe him a lot for putting my name forward, and then getting flown down there and treated so well by the CIS and NFL Canada was a fantastic event.
I was thinking that word, yeah, you talked about Reed putting in that essay for the nomination package. I was thinking, how good do you think both Reed and Nathan Kuhl have been at representing the city of Medicine Hat with the University of Calgary Dinos?
Oh, they've done extremely well. Medicine Hat is on the map for sure when it comes to CIS football and junior football. Dinos know that the boys they get out of our program are pretty well skilled and drilled, and they come to them prepared to play. So we're proud of the efforts they've put in, and there's been numerous others ahead of those two. But from a program perspective, they're just a great pair that are representing Medicine Hat and Medicine Hat High very well.
Saying besides those guys over the years, you coach guys here that are good guys that are also characters. I guess what was it like coaching Matt Donnelly for 3 years?
Matt Donnelly? Well, Matt Donnelly was just that, a character with our high school program. And what's great to see is Matt's still around the community involved with football, and he's even coaching girls basketball at this point.
I guess also remember from the senior Mohawks, you'd show up at practices wearing like pink tinged fur coats. What's your most colorful memory of him doing something strange at one of your practices?
Well, I think Donnelly developed most of his character after high school, thank goodness. But no, he was a great kid. He was a country kid that played in here. He grew up out around Seven Persons area, so he'd always add some color to practice and to the team overall.
I was thinking, you mentioned that 2001 run, you guys won everything. I guess how good of a memory, or what do you remember most about that 2001 championship run?
I think just the quality of the character kids that we had on that team. Our grade 12s were exceptional. I think we put 9 kids into junior and CIS after that run. And then the year following, in 2002, same group of kids, got into the provincial final as well, and many of those boys went on and played CIS or junior. So we had a real fortunate run of quality individuals, and just the tight bond within those kids for those 2 years was I think played a huge role in how far we went.
I think last season you guys started the year with what I almost called one of those Notre Dame suicide type schedules, starting 0-5, which rebounded quite nicely. And I guess for you, what was like that season like?
Yeah, it was different because we're not used to being in that position, but we did take some exhibition games that turned out to be tougher than we expected. All the credit in the world to Brooks, who they gave us 3 of our losses last year, and I think all around the province people were wondering what was happening, but when Brooks went on to win the provincial championship, I think that answered a lot of questions. So we're only going to get better when we play better teams, and last year we certainly took on some quality competition.
I guess out of that group of guys, how nice is it to see Matt Barnes probably going to get the chance to play at the next level after he lost most of his senior season with that broken collarbone?
Yeah, losing Matt in the third week last year was tough on us and extremely tough on him. And he stayed with it, had a great off season with the basketball program, and now has had a couple of great tryouts with junior teams, and looks like he's going to go on and play either in the Okanagan or up in Edmonton. So real pleased to see what he's done. His progress since junior ball has been fantastic, and just unfortunate we didn't get what we could out of him last year. And I think it's a real reward for all his efforts to go on and play junior now.
I was thinking to leave on a bit of a non-football question, knowing that you're a teacher here at the school, because I think most of the kiddies like you. But yeah, I guess what's it like teaching the kids here and interacting with the kids that aren't necessarily involved with the pro football program?
Well, I think putting in the time with any of the extracurricular programs, even the kids that aren't involved understand what it is you do and the time that you put in. So you get a different relationship, I think, when you're a coach within the school. And the kids that are athletes, they certainly know who you are and what you're up to. And the kids that aren't, they understand it, and they see what the other kids, how they respond to you. So I know the time put in makes my day as a teacher just that much better, and probably the reason why I've been doing it for 20 years.